Alright, so today we have an F87 M2 in the shop, getting the full workup. This one specifically is the 2020 competition package. Alright, now that we got the one seat out, we got a little more leg room to play around in there. We're gonna go ahead and start taking out the rear seats for the harness bar. Now, thankfully, this is probably the easiest step of the entire process. You got 3 clips, one right there, there, and there. And it's really just as easy as you give it a nice little tug upwards to just unclip everything. Snazzy. Just watch your seat belts, they might get caught up in there and give you some difficulty. So just pop those through. Bring that up. Watch your trim panels just a little bit. Nice little twist. Oh. And out we go. That easy. All right, now that we got that out of there, let's go ahead and put in our harness bar brackets. We're gonna need a TP45 star bit. Get up in there on those seatbelt bolts. Oh. All right, which side are you? Should look a little something like that. All right. All right, and you can see it's got that little tab there, help locate everything, keep stuff in place. So that's going to slot through there. And just go right on back in. Go ahead and tighten that down. And we'll torque everything that's back in the end there. If I put it on the right way, that would be helpful. All right. Okay. Just enough so it's tight. Torque it down a little bit. I would like to side note one thing. Just be careful watching that little tab that is part of the OEM seatbelt. If that doesn't go into its slot there, you're gonna go put the harness bar in and it's gonna seem too short. So just slide that little tab in first and then bolt down, make sure everything's nice and flush. All right, now comes the fun part. Before you go super Rambo with the packaging, try to leave these 4 corners on there. That'll help you with the installation a little bit. Helps not bang into things, scratch stuff a little bit. Just watch the orientation of these zip ties a little bit. They can catch on things. So let's go ahead and get this in there. Yeah, it's gonna be sitting in the car kind of like that. Just make sure your guide bars are pointed upwards. it in there nice and slowly. Go ahead and clip these bottom ones first. Alright, you. Then you've got your two 7/16 bolts. Alright, easiest way to do this is to go ahead and lay it flat. Angle it a little bit so you can line up those holes with the rear mounts. Go ahead and get a couple threads in there. We'll go ahead and keep those a little loose till we get our support arms in. Then we'll tighten everything down. All right, here we can see our passenger side lower seat belt mount. Go ahead and take that off. And install the support arm above the OEM tab. Make sure it goes through both nicely. And we'll just go ahead and snug that down. So it doesn't have too much play. Come on. There it is. Go ahead and thread that in there. Just to make sure everything's sitting nicely. And we'll go to the other side. Alright, so the trickiest part of the harness bar is when you have both the down tubes in there. Go ahead and put one together. Just a couple threads from now. And if you notice your other side not lining up, well, this one went pretty well. You can go ahead adjust this rod end so it lines up nicely. This is also why it helps keep everything not exactly torqued down just yet. It's still a little high, so let's go ahead over here. Loosen our jam nut a little bit. Go ahead and put that down just a little bit lower. These can also be adjusted to try and help your harness levels, but you're not going to get much more than an inch out of it. Alright, now that we have everything threaded in there, go ahead and torque everything to spec. Both of the main harness bar bolts are going to be 31 foot-pounds for this top, as well as the brackets down below. And that's it. Wrap your harnesses, and off you go.